Some words in English can be used as singular nouns or as plural nouns, but their meanings will differ in the two instances. For example, when we look at the three words politics, economics, and statistics, if you mean the sciences or the areas of knowledge or the disciplines, you use these words in the singular pattern. You consider them singular nouns. So you say politics is, economics has, statistics, for example, you can say was or has. So when you deal with these three words as areas of knowledge or disciplines of study, you consider them to be singular nouns. But when you use them with different meanings, this means that you have to deal with them as plural nouns. For example, when politics means political beliefs, we deal with it as a plural noun. When statistics means numbers or figures, we deal with it as a plural word or as a plural noun. When economics means the financial system implemented somewhere, we consider it a plural noun as well. Let me give you a couple of examples to highlight this. Her politics are rather fascist. So I'm talking here about her political beliefs. So we deal with the word politics as a plural noun and we say her politics are. Statistics show a decline in the rate of inflation. So statistics here means numbers, means figures, means data. So we deal with it as a plural noun as well, and we say statistics show rather than statistics shows. Excuse me. The economics behind their strategy are unreasonable. Here we say the economics are, because the word economics in this particular sentence means the financial system applied there. So we say their economics or the economics behind their strategy are unreasonable rather than saying is unreasonable. Also, another pair of words which could be confusing for you regarding subject-verb agreement and whether you deal with them as singular or plural nouns, which means utilizing singular or plural verbs with them, are the two words data and media. Well, these two words, and many of you mightn't know that, data and media are plural words. The singular form of the word data is datum, spelled D-A-T-U-M. And the singular form of the word media is medium, and that's spelled M-E-D-I-U-M. However, these two words, although being plural nouns, they are commonly used with a singular verb, which means that we can deal with them as uncountable nouns and we use them with singular verbs. However, if your context or if the register of your speech or writing is formal, it's more preferable to use them with a plural verb. So, you can deal with media and data as uncountable nouns, which means that you utilize a singular verb with them. And you can also employ a plural verb because they are already plural nouns with their singular forms are medium and datum. But in formal contexts, formal situations, it's preferable to deal with them as plural nouns and employ a plural verb with them. The same rule applies on another pair of words. These are criteria and phenomena. These are also plural words, and the singular form of criteria is criterion, whereas the singular form of phenomena is phenomenon. You deal with them as uncountable nouns utilizing a singular verb with them. You can do that, or you can deal with them as plural nouns and you employ a plural verb with them, and that's more preferable in formal states of affairs. The next rule or the next point in today's lesson is extremely paramount. When you use a phrase in your sentence that refers to a measurement or to an amount or to a length, a weight, a distance, a quantity, you use a singular verb with these phrases. And that's extremely shocking, I'd say, and unexpected by many English learners. For example, when you say, the 50 pounds he gave me was soon spent, not were soon spent. Because the phrase 50 pounds refers to a sum of money, and because it's a phrase that denotes a sum of money, you should deal with it as a singular noun, and you employ a singular verb with it. So you say the 50 pounds he gave me was, rather than saying the 50 pounds he gave me were. Another example, only 3 meters separates the runners in the first and second places. I'm talking here about a distance. I'm using the phrase 3 meters to represent a distance. That's why we say only 3 meters separates rather than separate, because this phrase denotes a distance, and phrases which refer to distances, quantities, measurements, weights, lengths, and so on take a singular verb. Also, after the words percent or the symbol of the percentage, which is the slash having 2 zeros, 1 zero above it and 1 zero below it, you can also use the word of after these words or these symbols. You use a singular verb if the percent refers to a singular uncountable noun, and we use a plural verb if it refers to a plural noun. Let's take a couple of examples to demonstrate that. An inflation rate of 2% makes a big difference in economy. I'm talking here about 2% as an inflation rate increase. So we deal with it as an uncountable noun. But when you say, I think that 50% of the houses need major repairs, when you say that, the 50% here refers to half the houses, which is a plural noun. So you say, I think that 50% of the houses need major repairs rather than needs. So the rule of thumb here is that if your percentage refers to a singular uncountable noun, use a singular verb with it. And if it refers to a plural noun, use a plural verb with it. Also, another confusing point is with the nouns which look singular, which means that they don't end in an S, but they are plural, and they take a plural verb. So many words in English, actually, they do not end in an S, but they are plurals, which means they are irregular plurals, because if they were regular plurals, they would end with an S, but they don't. Words like police, people, staff, livestock, cattle, all of these are words which don't look plural, but they are plural, and they need to be used with a plural verb. On the other hand, some nouns look plural, which means that they end with an S, but they can be used as a singular noun, and they take a singular verb. Words like news, physics, news and physics, these words end in an S. They look like regular plurals, but they are singular and they take a singular verb. So beware of that. The last point in today's lesson is about the word whereabouts. Your or somebody's whereabouts are the place where that person is. So, whereabouts as a word can take both, either a singular verb or a plural verb. So you can deal with it as a singular noun or as a plural noun. Whereabouts is spelled W-H-E-R-E-A-B-O-U-T-S. It's just like the word where combined with the word about and with an S added to it, and they are all used together as one word. And here we come to the end of today's lesson. I hope it was useful for you, and if you find my content appealing, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and share them with their friends and family members, or with any other person who might be interested in learning English. And don't forget to leave down in the comment box any comments that you might be interested in, or any suggestions or remarks that you want to make. Thank you very much for your attentive listening, my friends, and see you in our next episode, our next lesson on your channel, Pure English. Goodbye for now.